Okay. Um, Welcome to a quick sneak peek at what it will be like in MinecraftU. I am here with one of the founders of MinecraftU in Dallas. He is playing from Dallas right now. We're playing together on the MinecraftU server for all the camp kids. We've set up, uh, Daniel here has actually built this fine tower we're looking at. And this is kind of an example of what you can do in Minecraft. Each one of these blocks were mined away, and then one by one were built up to make this really cool tower. But the only way to get into this tower, since it has a metal door, which your kids will probably be familiar with, is with electricity, or redstone, as it's called in Minecraft. And so Daniel has built this redstone switch here, and you can see that when he flips the switch, it turns it on and opens and closes the door, and I can even lock him in. and he can't get out. well, let's be nice. We try and be nice. And that's this is just one small example of what it'll be like. Uh, some of the things that you'll be able to learn. They have a lot more advanced topics that they can cover with electricity, including making cool Star Wars-like ship doors that open with pistons and cobblestone farmers and neat things like that that you can do with redstone. Um, but there is also a really cool component to MinecraftU. They've adopted a mod called ComputerCraft, and if you haven't noticed, I have a computer here in my inventory. I have built this computer from scratch. I named it so that when we break it, it won't lose all its memory and contents. But all that to say, this is going to be a password entry that allows you to enter the tower only when you enter the right password. Now, a computer in ComputerCraft, you make it just like you might a lever or a an anvil or a box. It's just a crafted item. It takes iron, redstone, some glass. This is also one of the basic computers. If you look over here, there's some advanced ones you make with gold, and they're really cool because they have a really nice UI and a lot more resolution. You can see a lot more text all at once. But all that aside, there's a lot to it. But today, I just wanted to show you what's possible. So here's the neat thing. Instead of just switches and levers and buttons, being able to send signal across the redstone wires, a computer can too. So we can say, this is just like your old computers way back in the 90s and 80s with a terminal, and that's it. There's really no user interface. There's no mouse and point and click, etc. All we have here are some programs, and if we go into /rom/programs, you can see if you're a Windows person, you type dir, or if you're a Linux person, you type ls. Same thing. We can see all of the files inside of the programs folder. Well, if you look here, we can see a redstone program. So let's type redstone, and you can see it'll autocomplete too. So that's another way you can discover stuff. Probe will tell us where we have other inputs, and we don't have any redstone signals coming into the system, so it sees none. But if you just type redstone with no options, it'll tell you what it can do. So redstone probe, redstone set side value, side set color value. All that's a lot more than we need. All we need is redstone set, and it's the left side, and then we're going to say true. There you go. So you can see this, the computer is now sending a true signal across, or a 1 or an on signal across the redstone, and we can come back to the computer and set it to false. There you go. So with that, you can see how we'll be able to ask the user for some input and make sure that the password matches the password for the door. And then if it does, let them in, and then shut the door after they go in. And so it's super safe. program. So let's get into it. We're gonna jump onto the terminal here again, and we're gonna back out into our root directory or ls. I'm gonna go ahead and make a directory called scripts. So now you can see we have a scripts folder there. cd to scripts. We're gonna edit password. Okay. See, Daniel just watched me write this entire program and lose it because I didn't label this computer, so now I'm on the spot. I'm gonna have to remember everything I did. The first thing that we want to do, let's just, I want to show you how easy it is to get into programming. So real quick, we're gonna do something very simple. We're gonna set up a variable, which is kind of like a shoebox you stuff stuff into so that you can get at later, with a name. So we're going to call it local input, and then we're going to read the input that comes in, and then we're going to print that input back out to the screen. We hit Control to bring up the menu down here, and then we'll hit Save, and then we'll do it again, and we'll hit Exit. And now, if we look at the command line and the directory of files, we have a password script. So we can run this script, and it's going to wait for our input. Hello world. I'm just going to echo it back out. Hello world. It said that. We can make it a little more interesting even if we wanted to. Um, and instead of just printing the output, we can add on some more. Um, Welcome to MinecraftU. Hello world. Welcome to MinecraftU. And that's really what programming is all about. You give the instructions to the computer, and it runs them. And it doesn't. You do have to learn what those words are and those instructions and things like that, but it's all very basic. We have lots of resources to help us. So let's really quickly write up a few functions. So we're going to say a function, and we'll cover what a function is inside of the camps and the courses. But for now, take my word for it. It makes things easier. We're going to loop while read our input is not equal to the super secret password. Oh, and then we also want to say term.clear do. Oh, we're going to print to the screen. Let's see, term.set cursor position to 1, 1. And then we're going to print to the screen, input the secret password for entry. And then we want it to also just print out a blank line right below that. And while it is, right. Okay. One last thing, we're going to make sure that the redstone signal set output left false. So we shut the door each time this is run. And finally, while read, we're gonna write this all again, which I could make that a function and make it much easier to deal with, but oops, we have an error here as well. C set output. Clear. Set cursor position. Print. And print. Okay, if it does match, so that says while we read the input, if it doesn't match the super secret password, then set the redstone signal to false on the left, clear the terminal, set the cursor position to the upper left, and then print this to the screen with a blank line, and then loop again. So it's just going to do this over and over and over until someone types in the super secret password. And at that point, we'll say redstone.set output on the left to true. And then we will sleep for 10, let's say 5 seconds, so no one can follow us in. And then it will be done. This function will have finished doing its job. Around this function, we're going to say forever, while, because we want this to run all the time, while true. Oops. We're going to run that function over and over. Let's see how it runs. Uh-oh, we have an error. So this is what they'll learn as well, how to read these things and debug. But it's saying on line 16, string password, unexpected symbol. Let's see. Let's look at that. And you can see the line count here in the bottom right. So we can jump down to line 16. Ah, look at that. I, in all my experience, still put an X extra parenthesis. So that will make it blow up, yes. Okay, so we saved it, we exited it, now we're going to run it. Okay, here it goes. Input the secret password for entry. The super secret password. Oh, there it goes. Awesome. So we come in here. All right, awesome. So that works. Now I can't get out. Maybe Daniel will. Thanks. But as you can see, he just entered the password, and after 5 seconds, it sleeps, clears the screen, takes the cursor back up to the top, writes out, input the secret password for entry, and only takes the right password. If we write the wrong password, it doesn't care about that. It wants the right password. The other neat thing that I did want parents to know about, what's really cool for us, Daniel, if you can start typing, what's neat is that we can see each other on the same computer screen if we're looking at it and someone else typing. The password is the super secret password. So that's cool because we can even see someone editing code. And that means that we can help them debug their scripts and run programs and set up the computers inside of the virtual world of Minecraft. So anyway, this is a quick introduction to all of the wonderful things that are waiting for the kids in the camps and the courses and the clubs. Take a look at the website if you're in Shreveport, MinecraftU-Shreveport.com. Also, MinecraftU.org is the parent organization that houses all the curriculum. So that's it. Thanks for joining us.